Question 56. What is participatory democracy? Introduction. The evolving idea of democracy. Democracy, in its classical sense, means rule by the people, where sovereignty ultimately resides with citizens. However, in practice, most modern democracies have become representative, where citizens elect leaders who govern on their behalf. While this system ensures efficiency, it often leads to political alienation, citizen passivity, and elite domination. To address these limitations, the concept of participatory democracy emerged, a model that seeks to deepen democracy by ensuring active, continuous, and direct involvement of citizens in political decision-making beyond just voting. Participatory democracy is thus not merely a system of government, but a philosophy of citizen empowerment, where governance becomes a shared, ongoing process rather than a periodic event. 1. Meaning of participatory democracy. Participatory democracy refers to a form of democracy in which citizens directly engage in the processes of governance and decision-making, instead of leaving all political power in the hands of elected representatives. It emphasizes broad-based political participation, collective deliberation, and grassroots involvement in policy formulation, implementation, and evaluation. In participatory democracy, people are active agents of governance, not passive subjects. They shape public policies, monitor government performance, and ensure accountability through direct participation at local and national levels. In essence, participatory democracy aims to make democracy more democratic, bringing political power closer to the people. 2. Historical background and theoretical roots. The roots of participatory democracy can be traced back to ancient Athens, where citizens directly debated and decided public issues in the assembly. However, the modern revival of this idea occurred in the 20th century, particularly during the 1960s and 1970s as a critique of elitist and representative democracy. Key inspirations include Jean-Jacques Rousseau in The Social Contract, 1762. Rousseau argued that true freedom lies in citizens' direct participation in making laws. John Stuart Mill emphasized the educative value of participation, believing that active engagement makes citizens more intelligent and responsible. C. B. Macpherson and Carol Pateman, modern theorists who revived participatory democracy, highlighting that real democracy requires continuous citizen involvement, not just electoral participation. Participatory democracy thus evolved as a response to the limitations of representative systems, seeking to restore popular control and equality in decision-making. 3. Core features of participatory democracy. I. Active citizen involvement. Citizens actively participate in decision-making processes, from local planning to national policies, rather than being mere voters. 2. Decentralization of power. Authority is distributed downward to local bodies, villages, municipalities, boards, enabling people to take part in decisions affecting their daily lives. 3. Transparency and accountability. Public participation ensures that government actions are visible and leaders remain answerable to the people. 4. Continuous participation. Participation is not limited to elections, it is ongoing through public consultations, participatory budgeting, citizens' assemblies, and local councils. Political equality. All citizens, regardless of class, caste, gender, or status, have equal opportunities to participate and express their views. 6. Empowerment and education. Participation empowers citizens, enhancing their political awareness, confidence, and sense of community ownership. 7. Grassroots democracy. Participatory democracy strengthens democracy at the local level, making governance more responsive and inclusive. 4. Difference between participatory and representative democracy. While both forms are democratic, they differ in scope and emphasis. Representative democracy delegates power to elected officials. Participation is mainly through periodic elections. Participatory democracy expands citizen engagement, enabling direct involvement in decision-making processes at various levels. In representative systems, citizens are spectators. In participatory systems, they are partners in governance. Example, in India, citizens vote in national elections, representative democracy, but when they take part in Gram Sabha meetings or ward committees, that reflects participatory democracy. 5. Mechanisms and examples of participatory democracy. Participatory democracy functions through institutional and informal mechanisms that allow direct public engagement. Gram Sabhas and Panchayati Raj, India. In India, the 73rd and 74th constitutional amendments established decentralized local governance. The Gram Sabha, village assembly, allows people to directly deliberate and decide on local development priorities, a classic example of participatory democracy. 2. Participatory budgeting, Brazil. In Porto Alegre, Brazil, citizens directly discuss and decide how a portion of the city's budget should be spent, one of the most successful global examples. 3. Public hearings and social audits, mechanisms like Jan Sunwai, public hearings, and social audits of schemes such as Magnrega in India ensure citizens can monitor public expenditure and demand accountability. 4. Referendums and initiatives. In countries like Switzerland, citizens directly vote on policy proposals through referendums and initiatives, direct democratic tools within a participatory framework. Digital participation. Modern technology allows online consultations, public feedback platforms, and e-governance, widening access to participatory democracy. 6. Advantages of participatory democracy. 1. Deepens democratic legitimacy. When citizens participate in decisions, policies gain moral legitimacy and public trust. 2. Promotes accountability and transparency. Continuous engagement keeps leaders answerable and discourages corruption. 3. Educates and empowers citizens. Participation builds civic competence, responsibility, and political maturity. 4. Reduces alienation. By involving citizens directly, it overcomes political apathy and restores the feeling of collective ownership. 5. Enhances policy effectiveness. Local input ensures that government policies address real needs, improving efficiency and equity. 6. Strengthens social cohesion. Collective participation fosters solidarity and bridges social divisions across caste, class, and gender. 7. Limitations and criticisms. 1. Practical difficulty. In large, complex societies, direct participation by all citizens in every decision is impractical. 2. Risk of populism. Decisions made through mass participation may favor immediate populist demands over long-term planning. 3. Inequality of participation. Educated and affluent groups may dominate discussions, marginalizing weaker sections. 4. Decision-making delays. Continuous consultations can slow down policy implementation and administrative efficiency. 5. Limited interest. Many citizens lack the time or motivation for active political involvement beyond elections. 8. Participatory democracy in India. India's democratic framework has increasingly incorporated participatory elements. Gram Sabhas and Panchayati Raj institutions ensure local participation. Right to Information Act, 2005 enhances transparency and citizen oversight. Social audits under schemes like MNREGA empower rural communities. Urban local bodies, ULBs, and ward committees promote participation in cities. Public interest litigation, PIL, and civil society activism allow citizens to shape governance outcomes. Thus, Indian democracy operates as a hybrid system, combining representative institutions with participatory mechanisms. 9. Philosophical significance. Participatory democracy restores the moral essence of democracy as a government of, by, and for the people. It is based on the belief that democracy is not only a mechanism of rule but a way of life, requiring constant engagement, dialogue, and cooperation among citizens. Emphasized this deeply participatory vision when he envisioned Gram Swaraj, a self-governing village republic where people directly decide their own affairs. Summary for quick understanding. Participatory democracy is a form of democracy that emphasizes direct, continuous citizen involvement in governance and decision-making. It seeks to go beyond representative democracy by enabling people to deliberate, decide, and monitor policies through mechanisms such as Gram Sabhas, referendums, and participatory budgeting. It deepens democracy by promoting accountability, empowerment, and equality, though it faces challenges of practicality and unequal participation. Quick revision notes. Meaning: direct and continuous citizen involvement in governance. Origin: Rousseau, revived by modern thinkers like Carol Pateman. Core idea: democracy strengthened through active participation. Features: decentralization, transparency, equality, grassroots engagement. Examples: Gram Sabhas, India; participatory budgeting, Brazil; referendums, Switzerland. Benefits: legitimacy, empowerment, accountability. Limitations: impracticality, inequality, slow decision-making. Ideal: people as active agents, not passive voters. One-line questions and answers for revision. 1. What is participatory democracy? A system where citizens directly engage in governance and decision-making. 2. Who first articulated its spirit? Jean-Jacques Rousseau in The Social Contract. 3. What is its main goal? To deepen democracy through citizen empowerment. 4. How does it differ from representative democracy? It involves direct, continuous participation, not just voting. 5. Name one institutional example in India. Gram Sabha under Panchayati Raj. 6. What is a modern example abroad? Participatory budgeting in Porto Alegre, Brazil. 7. What is its major advantage? It enhances legitimacy and accountability. 8. What is its main limitation? It is difficult to apply on a large scale. 9. Which Indian leader envisioned a participatory ideal? Mahatma Gandhi through Gram Swaraj. 10. What does it make citizens? Active partners in governance, not passive subjects. Final connection. Participatory democracy represents the next stage in the evolution of democratic thought, a system that transforms citizens from spectators to participants, ensuring that power truly belongs to the people. It fuses freedom with responsibility, representation with involvement, and rights with duties, reminding us that democracy is not sustained merely by institutions, but by the active moral and civic energy of its citizens. As Carol Pateman rightly stated, democracy is not something that happens only in the polling booth, it must be lived every day in the life of the community.